Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back to the field of Waterloo. We are here with the classic showdown of France versus Britain, along with a little bit of Prussia here as well, obviously to join the party late and mix things up. But yes, we do have Rial's corps here already making an assault on Hougomont, and the British here already are standing their ground. It looks like some Brunswickers in the forest here. They are going to be the ones making this, and along with some redcoats actually. We do have some of them here standing, fighting for king and country. We will not take one step back, men. Napoleon cannot make it to Brussels. Now here, infantry going in, I think. Yeah, we're going to be, or maybe not. Look at the French, maybe going to go for a charge to change their mind. I can't really see what's going on too much, but you can see that the French and the British lines are clashing there. We do in fact have looks like militia and stuff like that out here as well, some landburn also on the field. The British in this one did have some limitations. They did have to bring so much allied infantry because historically the British army was not entirely all British. They had plenty of Dutch, Belgians, other Germans like Brunswickers, Nassaus, Hanoverians. Like only a third of the British army was actually British, and a lot of those were green units, not the experienced units that had come from the Peninsula War. But yeah, as you can see here, it doesn't seem to be making much of a difference. They've got line infantry here, Colonel General already being forced back. Rial here being beaten back early on in this first engagement on this side. This was the Napoleon. This was the Waterloo battle that we did do in our stream a few weeks ago, probably way over a month ago now, actually, now I think about it. I was playing as D'Erlon over here, and we do have Kellerman here as well, his cavalry corps, mainly on the left over there, supporting Rial here today. And then we do have the Guard here, so we have part of the Guard here, and we also have the Young Guard over here in Place Noire, waiting on the Prussians, who are on their way. And we do have British cavalry going in. They're actually looking like they're going to try and take out this skirmisher unit here. These Hussars dealing a deadly blow to the Trilliers there. And we do have Chevaliers now moving over. Certainly one of the weaknesses for the French here today was a lack of light cav. There's a lot of heavy cav, lots of cuirassiers, and I'm talking a lot. We've got Carabiniers as well, probably one of my favorite looking units in the gold armor. They are very, very iconic. Both the Carabiniers and Cuirassiers. Probably the Cuirassiers more, to be honest. They are kind of seen as like the worst nightmare for the British infantrymen. But yeah, I'm enjoying showing off NTW3 at the moment, and I've got some really cool battles to show you this week. We have a three-part battle, actually, which I may have mentioned already, Borodino, that we will be showing off later this week. So if you want to see more NTW3, including that three-part battle, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. As always, guys, it really does mean a lot as we work towards 8k subs. And make sure you hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss out on any NTW3 battles. It seems like we're going to miss out on this artillery shot because they are taking forever. As the French are coming forward once again, they're giving up on the fighting for this tree line, which I'm surprised because I would have thought fighting in the trees would have been better because at least both sides would have had the benefit, but apparently not. I'm going to see a lot of Laguerre over here setting up, and they look like they're going to take on this Landwehr. That's probably a good fight for them. Laguerre against Landwehr. I mean, Laguerre's got good reload skill, good accuracy, and I'm sure that's much better than the Landwehrs, which just rely on numbers. And also that's the problem with the French. Like, the numbers and the size of the units. I mean, the average size is like 70, 80 men. It's a real problem. There's very few units that are over 100. Yeah, like over here we've got a few that are over 100. We've got some, and squarables as well, actually. French kind of lacking in squarables. But you can see here D'Erlon now pushing forward, trying to take this high ground. And they do have some British forces down in front of them. They're not even British. They look like they're Dutch or Belgian as well. And then we got the looks like a little, I don't know, little light cav here. It might be like a, I don't know, it might be a chasseur, I guess. Could be a Dutch, Belgian one. But yeah, we don't. It doesn't seem like the British got like set lines here. Well, the French certainly have. I'm certainly outnumbering the British in front of them. I should really get off this hill as well. Try and give myself a little bit of cover. I need to get really into combat. The French do pretty damn well in combat. The British will do obviously better in a line fight. And we are seeing now as the French go into melee here, they route these Lambert easily. Lambert people in the square. That's pretty impressive actually. For a Lambert unit anyway. You don't usually expect it from them. In they go. And the French are seeing this in a melee charge here do pretty damn well. So yes, it seems like the French might just about break through that Lambert unit, but they did cost them all Laguerre themselves. But and actually, to be fair, this Laguerre as well as morale, it's not great. The Lambert, you know, seems to be putting up some stern resistance to this Laguerre. And it now seems as though with the bit of success in this left flank here, the French mainline infantry is now also going to go in and try and do some damage. And, I mean, to be fair, the Laguerre's going in, it's doing pretty well. Having some success. But this Lambert here, rear charging now, breaks the Laguerre there. Oh, it's certainly costing the French a lot of infantry here. I don't know. Every Laguerre that keeps breaking it, I keep thinking this is not as good an idea as I first thought. But they are making progress towards Hougoumont. And that is the main thing. They've got to take Hougoumont, they've got to take La Haye-Sainte, and then they have to take Mons Saint-Jean in the back lines. That is obviously the French objective. The French on this side has also taken some pretty nasty hits here. They need to just get close in against the British and then just charge them. Obviously, the only worry is about cavalry. And the Prussians have been sighted on the horizon here. There is some Landwehr cavalry here. Some little Goulans here. They have been sighted. The Prussians are on the move. So the French need to be aware of that. There's some chasseurs, cheval here. Cuirasses as well moving up. The Cuirasses, I guess, could go for a push, but I don't know. I mean, there's certainly more and more infantry starting to show itself here, but it's still a lot of, looks like Belgians. There isn't a lot of redcoats here. Maybe the redcoats are all on the other side. I'm not really sure, but there's cavalry as well waiting back here. These look like some pretty decent hussars. But anyway, we'll go back over to this far side over here as we are seeing cavalry now be committed. We've got cuirassiers going in there. They actually seem to have done some pretty decent damage, helping to break some troops here. But the sappers have been broken. That's a big shame because they are kind of like France's only sort of form of grenadiers, bar the Guard, which are on their way, by the way. The Guard have moved. With it, both Prussia and the Guard had about 15 minutes. They had to wait. The Guard is now on its way. This is the middle Guard that's on its way up. So we've got Grenadiers of the Guard here. Yeah, middle Guardsmen. And then I think we've got more Grenadiers there. And then these are all Chasseurs over here. Well, a mix of Chasseurs and Grenadiers, I think. But yeah, plenty of nasty units here that can go into combat and do some pretty good damage. And the British are already retreating here as they are seeing the Guard on their way up. Certainly France does not have the numbers. With an all-cavalry army and a Guard army. Certainly lacking in numbers, but they hopefully make up for in quality. But there is some pretty quality cav here for the British as well. These look like some dragoons. Dragoons or maybe even life. No, these are certainly dragoons. I think they're in-scaling dragoons. I feel like a lifeguard for a moment. We also have some it looks like some Brunswick hussars going in, and some more hussars here being thrown in. Desperately just trying to break the cuirassiers. I mean, cuirassiers are really nasty and like hard to kill, but if you can flank them, you're in for some success there. Like if you flank them and hit them in multiple sides, you can do a lot of damage. Good to see Kellerman on his way up as well. Transport there, but yeah, really good success there initially for the cavalry. Whether he could have flanked around and hit more, I don't know if there is more cavalry and stuff back there just yet. But I mean, there is another British cav here, but whether they could shift more, be more aggressive, try to envelop Hougoumont, I don't know. Certainly in the moment, it's looking pretty good for the French. Apart from this Laguerre unit that just broke as soon as they got inside the building. Oh, there's plenty of Scots in this building as well. The Highlanders here, ready to defend for Scotland, lads. They may hate the British, but they hate the French more. Highlanders as well in this building. I think they're going to be fighting up this building for a while. It's gonna. This building's gonna rely the guard. The guard's gonna have to take this building now. There's no way a basic infantry unit like takes this. This building's fallen to the enemy. Oh, this is another building occupied by. Oh. Okay, for some reason my controls now was inverted for like a hot minute. That was really weird. I was like, what is happening there? I don't know what building that's being occupied by. It looks like just a basic red coat, but it could be in any unit. Just like climb over the building. We'll have a look inside. Anyone in there? Oh, you actually can't see. They're invisible. But anyway, the Scots carry on the fight. Yeah, this is brutal. Like, France comes through this tiny, narrow little corridor and gets volleys in the face. Morale's already low, and they get hit from the flank as well from any Highlanders there. This is like a relatively... That looks like it could be a guardsman unit. I'm not sure if it is, but it looks like it could be. You know what? They'd be better off sending some cuirassies into that courtyard, trying to break them that way. I genuinely think they might be. Over on this side here, de Erlon is still making pushes. We are seeing British cav, though, taking out artillery here. I personally felt like I had a pretty poor game in this one. Chevalier Lancers here, force back. I mean, I'm taking a fair few losses. In fact, I'm retreating at this point. Little did I know that the British really didn't have that much here. And they were saying at the end of this game, what I could see was probably all there was against me. But it's not even that I was worried about. I was more worried about the Prussians in behind. Because I was more worried that if I kept pushing this way, which is what the British want me to do, keep pushing on their lines, Prussia eventually is going to come around and beat my ass. You can see there's cuirassies and stuff out here, and Chasseur de Cheval trying to guard my general, de Erlon here. But yeah, it's we've got more like chevaliers, and we've got the gendarmes over as well. But I was more worried about just being fully encircled, which at the moment I feel like I am. To be honest, as de Erlon, I'm already thinking I know I'm the right flank, but shifting this way to support and push for Hougoumont because they're taking a lot of losses. The guard's on their way. The guard's in here. The middle guardsmen getting in there, getting into a fight with these Brunswickers. They're just going to use sheer brute force and try and break their way through. We're in here, going to fire into the flank of the guard. They nearly broke him, you know, they got him down to orange, red morale. We're now seeing a cavalry charge here. We've got a little like Brunswick Yuan or something like that. I don't know. It looks like it could be Brunswick. They're in black. In they go. I think the guard failed to form square. I think they're in fact. No. I think they failed to form square. Oh no, maybe they did. Maybe they did. Well played by the guard. Than it is there. I mean, there's so much British cavalry, which is one of the problems that we felt in this game. Riallo getting in a good charge here. The little chasseur taking out some retreating Brunswickers here. Where he's now being swamped by hussars. I mean, yeah, for an all-cavalry army, we felt like the British had a lot of cavalry, or the Allies had a lot of cavalry. The Prussians certainly will bring probably a fair amount. Okay. Caliban has an artillery piece. I didn't even realise. That's a 6-pounder horse artillery. It's kind of cool. Could be quite handy. Whether that could have been used to just try and raise Hougoumont a little bit. I know that that's kind of like against the whole objective, but at this point, these Highlanders are causing a lot of problems. They've broken another infantry unit there. And Hougoumont originally isn't really the main objective. In theory, you could probably raise Hougoumont to the ground. La Haye-Saint is the main objective, and then Mont Saint-Jean. This is merely as a distraction in history. It was supposed to be a distraction for the British, but it actually became more of a distraction for the French, who piled in more troops than the British did. I think Wellington sent the Coldstream Guards and the 91st Rifles. That was all he sent as support to help what was already there. He really did bleed his army dry in that area. But here we go, rear charge coming in. Cuirassiers have been repelled, but this is going to allow the infantry here to go in. Really nice move there by the French. To be fair though, I think cuirassiers can still break a square. Like if they form a square, it's still possible for cuirassiers to break squares. There you go, they broke just like that. Very nicely done. And France just about has taken the grounds around Hougoumont. They just now need to take the buildings. Which, yeah, that's a bit of a toughie. Oh, it looks like it's that guardsman looking like unit in there. I don't know if it is a guardsman unit, but it's in there. Derlon, by the way, is now moving over this way. Oh, we got a little bit of lag. I do apologize. Chevalier is going in, trying to deal with these Nassaus. Yeah, I don't know why we're getting lag all of a sudden, but the Nassaus there did just defeat the French. And yeah, they had a little unit over there that was getting ready, but was not needed. Okay, we're back, and I've just sorted out I think the lag has sort of sorted itself out. Kind of just gave it the game just a moment, and it seems to sort itself out. Or maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, what I was going to say is, the funny thing about the Nassaus, they never actually saw any combat. They spent most of their battle on the far flank, far left flank of Papelotte.
Under attack.
Which is this town over here, which is funny enough where the Prussians are just arriving from. And the only combat they saw, the only shots they had fired at them were in fact Prussian ones. So the Prussians fired on the Nassaus because the Nassaus were in French uniform still from their days serving under Napoleon. So the Nassaus thought they were French. The Prussians thought the Nassaus were French and shot at them and killed like half a dozen Nassaus. You know, the only casualties that they took that day were blue on blue. There we go. French is lining up. They're getting ready. Derlon here, still ready to duel. Problem is now with Derlon is that there is now Prussians here, and this is what my worry was. The Prussians were arriving pretty damn quickly, and they're not even at Place Noire yet. Well, actually, they have just arrived, but they've got to assault Place Noire. But yeah, the Prussians were making no real attempt to do such thing. And here we go. Got British and Prussian cav here in behind, dealing with a gendarme elite. That's the only guard cavalry I think that was brought by the guards today. And then we're about to see, looks like a cuirassier go in. They're going to now deal with this lancer. They should easily deal with this. They've been waiting for some cavalry to kill. We are about to see a nasty rear charge here onto the French lines because that gendarme has been taken out. There's not much I could do. The units as well. Some of them could form square, but wouldn't allow me to. I guess they lost like too much of their unit. Refused to allow me to form square, but some of these other ones, yeah. The guerre either side could not form square, so that's a bit of a shame. Now I need to get this cav in here. These chasseurs need to get in here and deal with this French and this cavalry. We might break this one, to be fair. Or not. He still has a hole in the line. Really, I just need to get engaged against these, like... Looking back, I should have gone to melee. Get into melee against these Belgians and these Dutch. And you stand a decent chance. But yeah, I'm looking already like encircled here as Derlon. I just need to get out of here. I'm being hit on 3 flanks here. This is not good for me. I need to just get out of here. Retreat for Place Noire honestly would be my best move. Getting across over here to Real and to the guard, doable, but it's going to be risky. It's a long way to go. There's no old guard here in this battle. Like, we only have young and middle. Because the old guard never actually got committed. It was prisoner at the battle, but it never got committed. So yeah, the middle guard was the one that famously marched up the road towards La Haye-Saint, and the young guard were busy over here in Place Noire for the entire battle. Building taken. Congrats. Oh, so they actually did take. They actually have got Hougoumont now. Officially, the French hold Hougoumont. Something that they never actually achieved in the battle, I'm pretty sure. They get repelled many times and get close to taking it, but never take it. Yeah, got the Dutch grenadiers in here. They look like they're taking up residence in this building, butchering what remains of these Highlanders. They've killed so many Frenchmen. There you go. It cost them, well, more than an arm and a leg, put it like that. It cost them hundreds of French lives. But they've taken this building, and I mean, it's a pile of dead bodies here. A lot of dead British here. This must be retreating men for sure. I can hear charging again, but I don't know what it is. Oh, it's the cavalry over here. Oh, okay. There's a little quick cavalry units getting into here and trying to take out these tirailleurs. I mean, that's a nice easy win there for the French. I mean, the tirailleurs have routed, but they took out another little cavalry unit, which is very important. And now the guard are moving on. The guard are leading the way. They're going with their chasseurs. And then now they're moving on to the guns up here, which have set up. So we've got some pretty big guns. British artillery here. On the sunken road. And as you can see on this side, Derlon is fully retreating back down the road. He was so close to La Haye-Sainte. Got very close. But now retreating, and you can see the direction they're going. They are going, in fact, towards the French lines of Rial and the guard over there. Look at them, the guard present. And so smart. Apart from when they get shelled like that. That's not so good. Chasseurs here, they're desperately trying to chase this unit down, seeing like a little Redco unit try and get away. They just can't let it stand. We've got more French cav in the back lines here, though. Look at this. We've got cuirassiers going in and a dragoon unit here. You know, this is a pretty rare sight. Kelvin usually just brings all like heavies. Yeah, they were overwhelmed. There's like lifeguards back here. There's hussars. There's some incredibly powerful cavalry back here. I think they did actually bring Uxbridge, maybe. The British. So I think they do have their own old cav corps. And we've got some carabiniers there for the Dutch. They're pretty solid. They're a pretty scary unit, but they're not as good as the British cavalry, of course. Yeah, already Kelvin's cav looking a little bit beat up. Got some dragoons here, got some cuirassiers. More cuirassiers here, but yeah, they're pretty beat. We've seen a bit of action. And here we go, I can hear the guard moving forward. The chasseur unit here, it looks like it's going to make it to the top of the hill. Oh, it was so close! It decides to then stop. I think it's the cavalry's moving its way up. They would be forced to form square. The chasseurs and the grenadiers now running back down the hill. Just don't see it being worthwhile, it seems. Yeah, Rial's bringing what remains of his columns over this direction as well. They look like they're getting ready for a push up this hill. And now the aim is to kind of push between this gap between Hougoumont and La Haye-Sainte, push through here where these British troops are, and then make a sweep for Mont Saint-Jean, which it's going to be a tall ask, but it's doable. Certainly with Derlon's forces now over here. I mean, Derlon's now obviously not being over here anymore. He's going to now draw over Prussians and British, so he's going to make it tougher. But I don't know if the French could really do it without Derlon's units either. And there you go, the British getting in there, just wiping out a cannon. That was a nice quick move there by a hussar unit. Yeah, they just wiped out that artillery piece. Yikes. A little lancer trying to get in there and try and help rout this cuirassier. It's annoying because like that mobile artillery was very useful for like moving forward and just helping take ground. And they're just trying to I think they're just trying to shift around this gun. More cavalry in here again. Like just tiny little units like hussars getting in there. Actually a lot of damage. Is that the oh no, that's an artillery piece as well being taken out. That was Kelvin's. I don't know which the other one was then. Oh, that was Rial's artillery. Okay, so Kelvin's just lost his mobile artillery. I think this was just yeah, for artillery. So yeah, all artillery on this front line here lost for the French now. I don't think they've got any artillery left. Here we go. So we are seeing a charge here. Rial's setting up some lances. They are going to take out this artillery. Very nicely done. And the British are now chasing the hussars. The Chevaliers, they're just trying to ignore the hussars. Like they're not even there, but they broke. They were going to desperately try and get that general. Nearly worked. Very nearly worked. And here we go. Chasseurs getting ready. Now with the gun being taken out, the guard can move forward. And the fighting can begin once again. Apparently they're fighting. Is this one... Yeah, this apparently sets off them into melee mode. Having this like artillery just there, that's hilarious. There we go. Derlon setting up, Rial setting up. We've got a cavalry unit breaking here as well. Chasseurs getting taken out by Prussian hussars there. It's kind of my bad. I think I wasn't really paying attention. They got the jump on me. But here come the French. Problem is they have to be aware of this Prussian flank as well. I mean, at the moment, looking at what we can see on the map, we have a good chance of breaking through. Really, we need to get in a melee. The guard probably is the only units that can really do okay in a line fight. Really, we need to get in a melee and just try. If we can get in a melee and just like overwhelm this British line, we'll be okay. Because in amongst the lines of redcoats, there are trash units. But there's some healthy redcoats here that I've not seen action. Here, for instance, this is healthy. Yeah, lots of Belgians here. A lot of Belgians. If we can hit this line, there's a good chance we could break it. But yeah, you can see the Prussians over here just occupying so much cavalry. And even infantry as well. There's line infantry supporting the cav. Again, another successful charge there from the Carabineers this time. Getting in there, taking out an infantry unit. This is land there that's, I guess, can't form square. Not every single one can, but some can apparently. This is Uxbridge back here. No, it's not. It's Wellington. Wellington, in fact. I thought maybe it was Uxbridge because it's by his cavalry, but no, Wellington here supporting the cav. Real pushing forward here, though. They're making good progress along with the guard. Breaking a few more units, trying to turn this flank. At this point, it was quite nervy because there was a good chance we could win. But it was going to be a tough ask as well. By the way, the Prussians still have not attacked Place Noire. The Prussian player decided to just ignore Place Noire. It's kind of a shame because it's kind of like part of the scenario. The Prussians kind of like tied down a good chunk of the guard in Place Noire. But they didn't really have to. It seemed that the guard were just going to quietly sit here and wait. And the Prussians knew they didn't have the ability or the numbers to get through. Really, I think in future we're just going to... I might just have the Prussians attack here at Place Noire. And then just not have the Prussians reinforce over here at all. If we do this scenario again. Just because, like... that makes it tougher on the French at Place Noire. But it makes it easier for the French on the front line. Because they then outnumber the Allies. And it just kind of like, until the Prussians defeat the forces in Place Noire, they can't then kind of support the British. That would make it more interesting, that's for sure. The guard here, you can see they're turning this British line. Problem is, there's just not a lot of infantry left. Real is certainly low on men. And Nassau's are here as well. Seeing some action for change. Instead of being shot up by their fellow Prussians. Their fellow Germans. But yes, if you want to get involved in some of these NTW3 like sort of scenarios or streams, feel free to join the Discord. The link's down below in the description. You're more than welcome to join. And if you want to send your own replays as well, best place to do so is by joining my Discord, which is in the link. The link's in the description. And here we go, a bit of a cavalry charge coming in on this far flank over here. Looks like we're about to see Cuirassiers take on the UK's finest. It's their Dragoon Guards. In Skilling, they've just cleared them out there, and it also looks like a little sign that came in. And we've got more cuirasses going in, and this is not looking good here. It's a single little cuirassier unit left now on this flank here, and it's surrounded by all sorts of British cavalry. And it's going to go down fighting like a true Bonapartist would. But yeah, surrounded the Dutch Carabiniers here. And just like that, overwhelmed. This is what we were saying about this, like so much British cav. They still have healthy amounts of cavalry here. Just don't feel like we did a dent to the cavalry at all. We've got some Carabiniers and a few cuirassiers still, but they're very small. That was the last sizable cuirassier unit left, I think. There are still some cuirassiers over on this side, actually. 63 and a 52. So, I mean, they're reasonably sized as well. So there are still some. They're on the wrong flank. That's the problem. Hussars here as well. But yeah, the Britons now also forcing back the French, and I think that was the sign we had to retreat. Was when we saw that cavalry lost. The sound for a retreat went up, and the French are on their way back. Without the cavalry support, there's just no way they can break through. The Prussians here are annoyingly being stalwart as well.
We have taken a building, sir.
The building has been taken. I presume that someone's reoccupying. Oh no, someone's occupied Place Noir. Okay. I think that was actually Napoleon that's just got himself in there. Oh, yeah, it is. Napoleon's, you know, taking residence in Place Noir with his guardsmen. Very nice. But yeah, so, I mean, yeah, they have just so many infantry units that we could really do with at the front. I mean, to be honest, if I was a guard at this point, I'd just be like, screw this scenario. Just push out with your, with the guardsmen. I mean, most of these guys can form square. Actually, I don't know. Not all of them can, actually. These are a mixed bag of guardsmen that can form square. So, yeah, I'd push out, though, and just try and take out this infantry, take out the guns, and get over and support the, support the French, because it's better to just die united than to die isolated. That is for sure. The British over here being a harassment for what remains of the heavy Carabiniers having to go in here. Fine and famous French cavalry's all been destroyed. Got guardsmen here as well being charged. Guarding their breaking. I don't know if the could form square. I'm not really sure. Grenadier there though, repelling the Prussian cav now over here. We now got Prussian cavalry that's shifted all the way around. Is on this flank. It's certainly not looking good for the French today. And it looks like they're now retreating on Hougoumont. And we're going to see a last stand of the French here at Hougoumont by the looks of it. It looks like there's some, looks like Rial and some guard units is kind of hanging behind. Rial certainly sacrificing a couple of units, I think, to allow the guard to escape. Fighting over these abandoned guns that were once main objectives. And there you go, Rial broke just like that. Again, another little unit that stays behind. I mean, it's a squareable unit, but I don't think it can form square anymore. 29 men left. Makes it unlikely. Durlon here got some men holding back. They really need to retreat as well. Just get them all back. Get them all back, boys. Do a bayonet charge with these guys. Oh, they're going to bayonet charge them instead. To be honest, after the Belgians, you know what? If bayonet charge them, they might break. French there. Morale not looking great. It's holding. It's holding. And then they go. Yeah, I mean, there we go. Durlon getting back. He needs to get back to this tree line. Gonna try and hold around this tree line, maybe. Probably inflict a few fair few casualties there. The guard getting back. It's never a good sign when the guard retreats. It's still, yeah, plenty of good British cavalry. This is like lifeguards here as well. We saw those Dutch Carabiniers. This is a Dragoon Guard here. Still some pretty useful cav. It's also got my like Hussars here, which have just done nothing. They've just been kind of been a rear guard, just a protection really for any Prussian cav. Got Durlon here forming square, trying to repel these Prussian Hussars. Look like they did the job, but it is slowing down the French retreat as units form square. That's how it's going in now. And there you go, broken just like that. Durlon setting up troops over here as well. Trying to just form a cordon. We've got more cavalry coming in here as well. It's the problem. Like, throwing in tiny little units of cavalry forces you to form a square. Well, I say it's tiny. It's actually quite a large unit. Yeah, the British setting up here, firing on some French squares. Yeah, there's a little Nassau unit as well. It's just causing all sorts of problems in here. There you go. That's not looking good. Seeing a bit of a collapse in this Derlon flank here. Like I said, I don't think I had a great game in this one. I did not enjoy having to try and take on a British and a Prussian army. I mean, the problem with playing as France is you've got to play quick, and I wouldn't say I was the quickest in NTW3. Since I either go in and will rush myself and get myself killed, or I'll play super cautious. And today was a super cautious sort of day, apparently. But yeah, it really is Dylan. I need to probably just be aggressive, try and push. I mean, it certainly would have helped, I think, if the Prussians kind of went a little bit more by the rules. But yeah, certainly we were discussing this in great detail after we played the battle on how we could improve Waterloo, because it's such a good battle. We never seem to get it where it's close, that the French are on top at one point, and that the Allies then turn it around. Sort of get it a bit like more historical, and also just give the French a bit more of a chance. Certainly, if we want the guard there, and the cavalry, and Kellerman's Corps, certainly lacking in French infantry there, like base French infantry. And also the French infantry being such small units, they kind of, yeah, they just get outgunned by the British. So I think the idea was to maybe sacrifice Kellerman's Corps and not have a cavalry corps for the next time we did this. And alter the rules a little bit. But here we go, Derlon retreats again. I mean, just getting outgunned here by the British. So they need to just keep retreating back. I mean, they've got a new line of defense over here. We've got cuirassiers, we've got SARs and stuff all hiding in this forest. They're a bit boxed in now with the French. Got some tiny little guardsman units left. And we've got Derlon and we have Rial here, both just standing in the middle of Houcamont here, just trying to like stay safe. Should really get into a building. They actually probably do have space for these guys in here. But here come the British. They're coming back to retake their farmhouse. It started off so well for the French. Good charge here from the Hussars. Might break a couple of units. No, actually, maybe not. Might not even break one. Wow, I say it's a good charge. It's actually not that great. But at this point, it's just kind of stood there getting just shot at. They'll break one. It's something, but it's not much. There you go. You get rear charge by this Lancer here. Unfortunately, it's just a little too late. Probably should have used them earlier. But they also just spent most of the battle just kind of being a rear guard, making sure that the Prussian cav couldn't do anything. But I mean, breaking one Prussian, it's something, I guess. We could have charged over here against all these British troops, I guess, as well. Had a few options. Here come the British. They're setting up their line infantry on this wall. And now the duel begins. I mean, it's not much of a duel at this point. I mean, what remains is like Derlon's Corps trying to not Derlon's, sorry, Rial's Corps trying to defend the ground that they fought so hard for. Absolutely brutal. Get out of here, boys. It's not worth it. Get back to France. Napoleon's cause is lost. Oh, I can hear Prussians coming in. This unit here should have formed square. I don't know why I didn't. Then again, I'm probably just did not see it coming. I just, yeah. Had a rough game. This is not one of my finest hours. I know this unit's holding on though, even though it's not in square. It's losing slightly. And they did break, but they did also force the cavalry back. They didn't actually carry on in that fight. Maybe because we're going to see a fresh unit come in here. Got the Dragoon Guards going in, and got Cuirassiers dueling in the forest. This can't be a good fight for either side here.
Our men are running, sir.
More cavalry going into that forest. I really want to try and break this Cuirassier in here. Looks like they might just achieve it as well. Problem is as well, now with the Cuirassier being defeated, all my infantry has to retreat once again. And I think a building's already been lost. One of the buildings been lost anyway, yeah. I'm not sure which one. I think this one here. The British and the French brutally fighting outside of it, but yep. I think the British have now taken over residence in this building here. I think they were guardsmen in there, possibly. Need to funnel some of my troops really back into Hougoumont. Try and carry on the fight there, but it doesn't really matter where they stand. They'll die either way. There's just too many goddamn British left. At this point, by the way, the Young Guard has made a breakout. They made a breakout. They decided to just, instead of standing their ground, they did decide to push out. We've got Trilliers, Voltigeurs here. They are routing these Prussians. Probably should have done this ages ago. They could have, in fact, probably just been aggressive and just gone out and done the job. Nothing, I guess, in the rules to say they can't just fight around Plassenoir. Don't have to hold it, but yeah, you can see here. Looks like we're going to see, I don't know where they're going to go. Maybe they're just going to march up the road, go for La Haisson, and then on to One Saint Jean. I mean, it's not a bad idea while Derlon and Rial here hold down what is the majority of the British army. Not effectively holding it down, but we're holding it down all the same. Cavalry in here. Again, this unit could form square. I don't know if it has formed square, but something is. Just a massive infantry over here. I think it's tried to form square and sort of failed. Got a general dead. So that is unfortunate. I think that's Rial's general dead in this building here. We've got, yeah, the Dutch Grenadiers just being forced out there. So now Hougoumont is fully back in control of the British. And here we go. They're seeing a collapse here of Derlon. There's an all-out assault that takes place. I don't even know if I think I might have lost Derlon at this point, but I'm not sure. As you can see, the lifeguards here slashing and hacking at what remains of Derlon's corps, which is nothing actually. I think it's just fully routed, unfortunately. But yeah, we've got a line infantry over there that mine that's returned, and got some guardsmen over here that have also returned, or maybe they're just never present. But there you go. That is mainly most of the battle here today. I'm just going to fast forward now for a little bit, because there isn't really much going on. Really, the only sizable forces left is the Young Guard over here, which, yeah, aren't really going to do too much, to be honest. They're going to try and make a beeline for La Haisson. La Haisson is already garrisoned. I'm not sure by what, but there is stuff in the building. I think it might just be like a Hanoverian unit or a Dutch unit. I'm not sure if it's anything impressive. But the guardsmen could maybe take that out. But it depends, really, because I think the Prussians already are sending troops that direction. And the British Cavs probably going to get over there quickly. Yeah, Prussian cavalry's already here. This will try and harass the guardsmen. Some of them can't form square, by the way. Some of these Trilliers and stuff. Does seem like they have formed square, though. There you go. Did a little bit of lag as I went from, like, fast forwarding to their normal speed. Yeah, at least they got their guard, like this. Well, I was saying at least they got their squareable units like their non-squareable units protected. They don't really, actually. They're very much open to take out. Oh, there's only about 2 of them that can't form square. Napoleon, unfortunately, was bugged out and was stuck in Plassenoir's building here. So yeah, that was unfortunate. I think half his units like on their horses still. The other half are like stuck in the doorway here. They're like, look at them. They're like, you shall not come in. You got any ID? No, we don't let any Brits in here. Sorry. Don't know why I'm doing it in a British accent since they're French. You know what I mean. Typical British bouncer look, that is. The guardsmen here, they're getting harassed as they just like try and run away. Just let them live in peace. Let them go home. Anyway, we'll just fast forward again. There isn't much going on. Bit of line fights here and there. The guardsmen just, yeah, really not having a fun time right now. I don't even know if they're going to stop the Prussian cav here. Oh, yeah, they're going to form square. But This... Oh, they did charge into another unit to form square. I was going to say which one can't form square. That one there, but that's right in the middle. That's safe and sound. Prussian cav has been repelled. Very nicely done there by the guard. We will carry on as the young guard migrate. They are the only hope that France has left. There's some... Like I said, these are like some of the only units that are like over 100 men. Like, France has just got short on men at this point. They're burnt out. Oh, there's some cavalry here as well waiting in the forest. This is not good. Oh, this unit can form squares. Okay. This one can as well, but didn't choose to. That's a brave move there. I don't know what's in this building, but the British are already here. They've already got like light infantry on the light foot here. Ready to go. They are ready. And unfortunately these guys, I can't remember, these are like a Jaeger sort of unit. They were pretty damn nasty. They were fucking up my line, put it like that. They were destroying my infantry. They just got really good accuracy, unfortunately. I couldn't do much about that. And I think that's the moral of the story. You just got to get into melee. Though apparently the young guardsmen haven't got great melee stats. Or they're okay, but they're not great. Not like typical other units. Yeah, there's some redcoats waiting in there for them. Don't know of what quality. I mean, how are the French doing? I don't know. It's hard to say. I think they're losing. Yeah, oh wow, yeah, they're losing. Napoleon, yeah, not doing well at all. Trilliers here, dueling it out. I mean, they are Trilliers and Voltigeurs. Technically, I guess they are more like... They're more like light infantry, really, than they are heavy infantry, like Grenadiers and Fusiliers. They're not really meant to go in and fight, but they are guardsmen all the same. There you go, that's the defeat there for the guard. The rest of the guard are now arriving, but all these are Trilliers and Voltigeurs. They'll have the same sort of response. But yeah, look at this. They're getting outgunned by like these British troops here. Now, these are guardsmen. They're getting outgunned by these like 2 little units here. What a rough old time. We're now going to see the Trilliers go in the melee. There's a volley to the face there. And I don't know if that was filming or not, but yeah, that might have been. Or that unit there, I'm not sure. The guards broke all like that. Wow, look at that. Prussia's now arrived as well. Prussia like zipped over here as well. Like they were rapid with the British in getting over here to put down the guard. And yeah, I think the guard is all but defeated. I don't even know if they took out Napoleon. Napoleon's still chilling in his building. Bless him. But yeah, so it does seem as though the Voltigeurs here, yeah, going to break. The guard in a moment will all be wrapped up and defeated. Some of them have returned. It doesn't matter though. Once you're like being routed once, the damage is there. It's never quite the same as the unit. It looks like, oh my gosh, they're going to use artillery. Seriously, they're trying to recreate the Waterloo film, aren't they? They're going to just gun down these guardsmen with artillery. It's brutal. What do they want them to do? Form square and shout murder as well? They might do.
Our men
it looks
are
like
running,
looks like Prussia here, yeah, just outgunning the guard. I mean, I think it's come down to army losses as well. Low morale. Just worried about size of like opponents. It also doesn't help they're getting shelled. Yeah, that unit there just like got absolutely beaten to pieces by artillery.
All hope is lost, sir. This match is almost
Yeah,
done.
look at this. And it's artillery here, so we've got a nice clean shot on the guard here. Can't even miss. Really nicely positioned there, and then I mean he's not even ramming he's not even ramming his cannon properly. How's he firing his thing? Who trained that man? Anyway, the guard, yeah, look at them. Bless these 4 units here. Just surrounded by allied troops. Just fast forward again. I mean, okay, yeah, whatever direction you go, you're like, oh, I'll just go towards La Haye. Nope, there's a whole British army in front of you. It's going to open up just, well, maybe not. It's going to retreat. Could they charge them? I mean, they might as well just charge them at this point. Go and call them, yep, charge them, boys. Got Jean's Hyacinth. Is he named after the
The
flower?
men are fatigued,
Was
sir,
the flower
and must
named?
rest a while.
The flower's not named after him. It's named after a Greek guy from Greek mythology. Maybe he's named after the Greek guy from mythology. But look at this, a healthy British line infantry here. I've not even seen action. Oh yeah, that's brutal. That was brutal. I might break this infantry unit. I have some joy, but that Guardian got instantly evaporated, as did that one. And yeah, they broke them all there. So there you go, guys. I'm just going to fast forward now because it's just going to take forever to go get over there and kill Napoleon. But I'll see you guys with the end results in a moment. So here we are with the end results now. And yeah, I mean, it was a rough game for all of us. I had a pretty rough game. I mean, I still did okay. I mean, 800 kills, similar to what Fork got. Both me and Fork playing as like the big heavy cores. I don't know, largest cores, I guess is the word to use really. Real and Durl on here. Johnny playing as the guard, getting 900 kills. Guard actually doing pretty damn well and turning up late. Peasant playing as Kellerman, getting about 500 kills. G here getting 1400 kills. I'm not quite sure which army he's playing as. Maybe as I think that maybe is Prince of Orange, but I'm not entirely sure. And then we've got Sniffles here playing, I think that's Wellington's, oh no, yeah, I think that's Wellington's army there at 1600, or maybe I've got those mixed up. Then we've got Paranoid here as the Prussians, getting just nearly 700 kills, and then Sniper, I believe he was playing as Uxbridge as well, looking at the size of his army, and he got just as many kills as he had deployed, actually slightly more, so good results there for him. Yeah, this is the guard results. I mean, we've got the Dutch Grenadiers here getting 180 kills, got like just basic like middle guard Grenadiers 156, and then young guard like getting 89 kills. Yeah, not really a lot of kills there actually for the guard. Yikes. Yeah, I'm not really sure how they did so well. But there you go, guys. That is today's battle. I hope you did enjoy. The French were defeated at Waterloo, like in history. Certainly, we were thinking about doing some tweaking for this one, make it a little bit more close, because I don't know if it's the closest one today. But it certainly was fun to show off, and I always do love a Waterloo battle. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.